Hi, I'm Holly-Ann from Safe for Kids. I thought I'd share some of our resources with you. This is a book that I wrote. It's to help adults talk to children about public and private. I'm sure many of you will be able to identify with this story because it's about a little boy that looks over the wall at a little girl going to the toilet. And it happens in schools all the time. I know of many children that this has happened to, and unfortunately we haven't always dealt with it the best way possible. Sometimes children, when they do this, they're demonised and made to sit in the corner and things like that. But in this book, the little boy, Hayden Reece, doesn't actually get into trouble. He just learns about public and private, and he realises he made a mistake. But it's beautiful because all the children identify it when I use it with them. And we talk about, she needs to say, "Stop it, I don't like it when you look at me going to the toilet. It makes me feel unsafe." So we practice those assertive words that we've taught them in the program. And then I talk to the children about, she needs to pull up her pants, she pulls up her shorts, she flushes the toilet, she washes her hands, and then what should she do? Well, the next thing she does is she goes and tells the teacher. And so I talk to the children about, so would that be telling or dobbing? And the children, because they know the program, know that that's actually telling, because she'll have her early warning signs. We saw them. We saw that her face was red and things like that. So with all of my books, they all build on each other. I've put them in a series that each lesson reviews the previous lessons and things like that. So she goes and tells the teacher what's happened, and the teacher says, "Thank you for telling me, and I'm going to deal with it." So I always teach the children sign language whenever I'm doing talking about public and private. So I'll show you the sign language. Let me just pop that down. So I teach the children, this is a sign language for public. So you get your two hands and you go like that. And public means people around. And the sign for private is your hand in front of your mouth, because your mouth is a private part. And then you pretend you've got a key and you're locking your lips. So it's flat hand and then turn the key. And here in the book, the teacher actually explains that to the children. So again, I've written my stories almost like they are social stories basically. So this is exactly how I teach the program to the kids. So the teacher sits the kids down and she goes through the rules, like not saying these words out in the playground, and hopefully nobody's going to giggle, but she wouldn't get upset if anybody giggles. And then she just does the brainstorm with the students about what they know about public and private. So she goes through, what are public and private rooms in your home, and then she goes through things that you do with your body that's private. So the kids all giggle a bit when you say farting, but that's great because we're trying to desensitise them. So it goes through public and private rooms, then things that you do with your body, and then we brainstorm the clothing that's private, and it just builds on in the story about the different things. So we brainstorm, knickers and bras and jocks and things like that. And the whole time, Hayden Reece is participating, but he's not getting into trouble. And then this was poor Lauren that was on the toilet, and here's poor old Hayden Reece feeling a bit guilty, but again, he's waiting for the shoe to drop. He's waiting to get into trouble, but he doesn't get into trouble. So the teacher here is brainstorming with the children all the names for body parts. And when I'm doing this with the students at school, we cover willy and cock and doodle and tallywhacker. And I had a little boy put up his hand and say, "My grandmother calls it a cuckoo bird." And then I just had a picture of the cuckoo bird going in the cuckoo house, and that gave me a very bad vision. But the kids really, really respond well when we do it like this. And doing it this way, there is less giggling. So we brainstorm all the private parts for boys and for girls. So for boys, mouth, penis, testicles and your bottom. And for girls, mouth, breast, vagina, vulva and bottom. And then right at the end of the story, poor old Hayden Reece can't understand why he just didn't get into trouble. But he doesn't. He just realises what public and private means. So it's a beautiful way of doing the lesson, to get those valuable words into them, but without people getting embarrassed. So I hope you enjoy the book. I I love using this with the kids. I get a really good response from them. So thanks for watching. Stay safe. If you'd like to connect with me, you'll find my details in the feed at the bottom. I'm always going to be doing new resource videos or helpful videos for both teachers and for parents. So if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, if you hit subscribe, click on the little bell so you'd be notified every time I do a new video. But otherwise, like I said, stay safe. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.